Just wanted to say welcome back.
Thank you.
I know that your history and connection to this place and the people here run really, really deep. Being lucky enough to see the last of your arena shows here in Boston, one thing that struck me that I heard someone say a long time ago is that great live performers shrink the room. Given the scale of the show, it's a big show, but the way you connected with the audience, it felt like
One-to-one.
Yeah. So do you feel that every night?
I felt like I'm not a performer when I started in 92, and there were 4 years, and then suddenly somebody said, are we doing this concert for Bosnia? Will you come in to break ice? I said, oh, it's a good thing. So I went to Malaysia first, and it was like death going on stage. I was so scared. Yeah, because all my life I've been in my studio doing. Yeah. And then another Dubai show happened, and then we did 4 shows in the US. And slowly it became a habit. And then in 2015, the Intimate Tour is when I felt like I should change the musicians to make it more trouble-free. So my band became more tighter.
Got it.
And then I felt like I'm coming to my living room to play. And that whole ease started. And now with the new management, Clint Valadares, he's also managing along with Caviedes. It's a time to explore more, go deep. I started practice my vocals a little more. Usually my shows would have like 11 singers, and I shrunk them into a tiny team. So I'll start singing more, even though it's a risk.
So you felt a little bit more vulnerable and out there when you had fewer singers?
Fewer singers, actually, I wanted to put myself on the spot. I wanted to jump into the fires. Because when a composer sings, that's not something which they hear often. The composer gives it to singer, and then singer sings. So in this case, okay, what if I become a better singer? And people like my voice anyway, and I put the load on myself. So more talking, more playing, more improvisation, so that it's one-to-one, rather than produced song coming in.
I can't think of another artist who's also such a visual storyteller. Talk a little bit about your journey as a multimedia artist.
I started as a film session musician from the age of 12. So from then I've been watching movies, but my mind was never tuned in that. It was always a musician, keyboard player, and then a composer. So when Andrew Lloyd Webber kindly called me to compose the musical of Bombay Dreams in London opened up my whole palette. And he suddenly asked me, AR, do you have a story? I said, why is he asking me a story? I'm just a musician, I'm a composer. So that one question opened up my mind to say, I could be. Right? Mm-hmm. And visuals, I had no education on. When I was hanging out in LA, I would go for workshops on screenwriting, camera, color correction, CG, because I had so much time. In India, you do like 7 movies at the same time. When you do Hollywood, you're assigned to do 1, right? In 2015, my quest for story writing, directing came in. The directing, I didn't want to do a normal movie. I wanted to do VR. So my first movie, Le Mas, came in. After that, I understood that what visuals and colors have impact when it's synchronizing with music.
Tell me a little bit about the band from this tour. I got to give a shout out. There are several Berklee alums up on that stage,
yes,
which is really great to see.
We had a concert with Santana back in, I think it was 7-Eleven. Huh. They brought both of us together. When I was watching Santana, there's so much of percussion. And the percussion actually gave us, when you're sitting in a concert or in a movie, when there's energy, it energizes you, right? So what I learned is like when you have percussion and when it's complex, when people go down, percussion actually brings stuff. So it's like a screenplay, how they start with the high, then it goes to a beautiful kind of romantic thing and emotional, and then suddenly go bang in the end.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you definitely went bang at the end.
Yeah. So the drummer is an amazing, one of the world's best drummer. Yeah. He's played with John McLaughlin, Ranjit Barod. He's a composer, he's a friend. I know him for almost 35, 40 years. Then Ashwin, he also played with Joss Stone and many other foreign artists. He can play flute, he can sing. All of them do play multiple parts. Sure. And then Nilanjana is a new discovery. She plays the bass and she sings. She's got a beautiful voice.
Yes.
And then Nakul is again a student of our conservatory. So he sang Sufi music and he's a keyboard player, he's a singer, and he's also composing. And then Alif is from Berklee.
Yes.
And he was very timid. Now he's just rocking the stage with his...
Oh, he wasn't, he was shredding. He was not timid.
Shredding.
Yeah. Recently you announced a very kind of a secret partnership, but a public secret partnership with Sam Altman focusing in AI. Tell me more about where you see that space going, and as an artist yourself, what you're excited about.
I've been listening to Western bands from the age of 12, 13, and admiring the kind of production, the thought process, and the beyondness in thought. Very few people have conquered the West, like Zakir Hussain and Ravi Shankar. But in modern day, we don't have a band which is international. There could be various reasons: the color of the skin, or the way we approach music. Not international, very probably regional. After the Oscars, when I was hanging out in LA, I had this thought. I was trying to get auditions from Berklee and MI and recruit students so that we can make an international band. And then I saw the announcement of Unreal Engine putting out MetaHumans. I said, oh my God, this is it. And, you can put any skin on yourself and you can create a band. So it is a very diverse band representing the whole world. And the whole idea of Secret Mountain came. And I started writing songs like every day. And then AI comes in. Then I was thinking, if you have a band and you put a band, they fight with each other, they do solo records, they disband, and all the effort gets wasted. But this band will never die. It's like Superman, Spider-Man, and all of them, Wonder Woman, all coming together. AI is being feared by musicians, but I think she uses a tool. And I think if you fear and go back, somebody is going to use it in the wrong way. So you should own it. You should go trample it.
That is so important, I think, for our students and everyone who's focused on supporting creativity, is the balance that you described. But as you said, there's a responsibility there too. You got to be careful, right?
There is a driver and there's a passenger, right?
Yeah.
You don't want to be passengers. You need to be the driver who changes everything, changes the course of history.
How do you bring in the voices of the cultures you're looking to represent in these various characters or metahumans?
My mind is always, how do you reach higher ideals for the younger generation to look up to? I grew up with that kind of a ideology of music brings peace. Music makes you feel the divinity. And if these virtual beings can really bring people to that level, I think that's my highest goal.
I know that the collaboration between Berklee and yourself runs really, really deep. And I heard a rumor that your history with Berklee predates your honorary doctorate, and there was almost a chance that you could have been here earlier. So just tell me a little bit about your history with Berklee and some of the artists and musicians that have come out of here that you've been working with lately.
Coming from a place where there's no proper Western musical education, I would look at Keyboard Magazine, Berklee College of Music. I want to go there. I want to go there and study. And so I had one of my friends, El Shankar, world famous violinist, right? He was working for my father. So he said, I could get you a prospectus. So I said, like, my mother, the source of income was me. So I built a studio for her. And you just rent the studio and I'll go and study in Berklee and come. She was almost convinced, okay, whatever you want. And then one of the best directors of India, whom I used to adore, he comes in and asks me for a movie. So I had to ditch Berklee and get into film scoring. So full circle, I got the doctorate from Berklee College of Music. And now we have Brandon, who is the voice for David in the Secret Mountain Band. And then Julia Gartha, she writes with us, again Berklee. And then Alif. And then Mesa Kara was in the last couple of shows.
Yeah.
So a lot of Berklee happening.
In talking about those students, I know that we've had some students pass on some questions that they wanted to ask.
Okay.
When you look back at your younger self, what were some of the expectations you had for yourself, and how has that shaped or changed how you look at yourself today?
My first 10 years in music was boring. I learned what not to do because I was playing for films and the composers didn't have any option than doing the same thing again and again. And I said, like, why are they not doing this? Why are they not doing this? Why can't it be like? But it's a whole system which one can't change. The whole system has to change for that, which happened with my movie because I was young and I was with one of the best mentors, Mani Ratnam. And all the stuff I told him, he just marked and he made it possible for me. I want best lyrics, I want best production, I want an orchestra. All the stuff he said yes. And that shaped my first movie, which won the National Award, State Award and everything. And I couldn't go down. I had to beat that. At that moment, I thought all my music has gone into this one movie. I don't think I'll ever be able to do. But things change. You work with a different team. You get inspired and our mind is a trap. It's a tyrant. And there are infinite other opportunities always.
After that creative success, there was this moment that you said to yourself, where do I go from here?
I was scared that I'll be in a rut. So I had to find an opportunity to escape. And that's what Bombay Dreams did to me. People are shocked. Like, why would you, at the peak of your career, leave everything and go to England and do this musical? But that is the probably foundation for my longevity of what I'm doing now, because that helped me grow, expand my mind.
So you see some element of danger in
Always.
Well, I guess creative discomfort is part of the way that you continue to make sure that you're pushing yourself.
Absolutely, because when you go to another place, you go out of those safe tricks you have. You have to drop them, learn new tricks, and work with new people, new philosophies, and new cultures, and also gauging how musical you are. Where do you stand in the international? Or this composer that has come. So where do you stand?
For students here, where do I stand is where probably every student is in their mind, trying when you're overwhelmed and you're among 1,000 other incredibly talented musicians from around the world.
I take a very spiritual perspective on this. I feel like all the things you can think of is what you've heard, what you've seen. So, because I'm a spiritual person, I believe in God. I closed my eyes and said, I'm nothing. Fill me up with the best idea. So, I'm going to sound like, I want to play like Chick Corea. All that stuff goes and you kill all your idols inside. And you wait for the purest thing to come from the infinite. It's a spiritual exercise. When you even intend, you manifest it, you get it.
Well, I think independent of where you come from spiritually, the connection between humility, openness, and being able to experience what's around you is true of any artist and musician. And certainly in that performance center, when those 1,000 students come in, a lot of the development here is about how you get past yourself and just be open enough to listen and experience.
The most courageous thing is to hold on and relax. When there's chaos in your head, just say that even you play one note, tung, 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 the pause in it is the courage.
Yeah.
I don't have to play 1,000 notes to impress them.
Yeah.
It could be just a few notes. And that's what you learn. In the midst of chaos, can you be courageous enough to be calm?
What do you hope the next generation of musicians will take forward from your work?
The most common compliment I get is, I can feel another realm. I can feel divinity. I can feel peace. I think that's a great compliment for me. They don't say, what a great arrangement, what chord changes you did. Music is about emotion. If you can move somebody, you can make them cry or feel or empathize or be compassionate, I think it's a success. And finding the divine within you.
That connection to something larger than yourself.
Absolutely.
Yeah. That's great. Well, thanks so much. Really, really appreciate it.